Hello everyone, excuse me. Welcome. I'm Shannon with Hero Arts and welcome to the November release spotlight. Let me pop over to the comments here and make sure you all can hear me and see me. I see some people are joining us. That's awesome. Welcome. I know it's a little bit different time than we normally do these, a little bit earlier today, and our release was a little bit later this week, but I'm so glad some of you guys here found it and are here. In this live, we're going to go through everything that released in the November release. So the card kit, the layering stencils of the month, the cling of the month, the clear set plus dies of the month, as well as the fancy die of the month. I knew I was forgetting one. So go through all those products. This is an amazing release. I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's seriously cuteness overload. And then in addition to all of those subscriptions, I'll be also sharing the extraordinary extras that came out with this release. And there were a lot. There were 6 in total. So some really great products that I can't wait to share. Hi, hello, welcome. All right, so I'm going to pop over, change my camera view, I guess is a better way to say it. Let's do picture in picture. Here we go. All right. And I apologize for my voice. I had COVID last week, and so I was very sick, and I'm feeling a lot better today, but man, it took me a while to get better. It was a rough one. I just got sick just after I got vaccinated. So the odds. All right, so let's take a look at the kit first. The kit is so cute, I know. Oh, it was a bummer for sure. It was a big bummer, but I feel a lot better and I'm good for a while now. I paid my dues, I guess. All right, so we're going to start with the clear stamp set that came in the November card kit of the month. It's so cute. Before I get going here, I do want to kind of talk about some of the changes that are happening. A little change, I guess. I think it's just a little change. I feel like it's just a little change to our kits. We are now extending the period that you can. Oh, you just watched it, Pamela. Awesome. We're extending the period that you can actually get the kit. So starting with this month, if you see all the first, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kit products that I share with you are subscription products, and the subscription period is now open through all of November, which before it was all the subscription period was before the release, and now it's kind of with the release. It opens up with the release. So that's a little bit different. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked that one. That's awesome. And I have that card here, so I'll share that too. Pamela's saying I had a card video that came out today. Sorry about my voice. And in the video, I featured the November card kit. So after this live, you can definitely check that out. It's on the Hero Arts YouTube channel. And I incorporate tissue paper, which I'll show you the card too, so you can see how we do it. All right, so here is the clear stamp set included in the November card kit of the month. It is so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. You get all of these critters. There's so many. We have an owl, a hedgehog, a deer, a little squirrel, a puppy, a kitty. I love that kitty. A bunny, and a sweet little fox. So cute. Let's kind of hold this up so you can see a little bit better. There you go. Really an adorable set. Love this one. You have some sentiments as well. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. In addition to, and there's even a to and from, so you can actually create, oops, I just dropped the rest of it. You can actually create tags, which is always wonderful, and there's even more to show you with the kit as far as if you want to create tags. And in addition, there's also images for kind of accenting the critters. So we have a bow, some snowflakes, some cute little hats, holly, and a poinsettia. And these 2 stamps are great for some of the fancy dies that are included in the kit. So a lot of fun, super cute images. Really, really awesome stamp set. And I actually colored all these images. So let me pull them out here so you can see I have the deer. Isn't he just the cutest? Oh my goodness. We'll put them kind of in order. Hello, Crystal. Hello. Okay, I'm just grabbing them out of my bag here so they're not all like in order. Here's, whoops, the little squirrel. That's adorable. I think of Lydia every time I see a squirrel. There's the owl. He's the cutest. I asked my daughters who they thought the cutest was. They said the owl. He's adorable. His big eyes. I am partial to this little fox. I think he's so sweet. The bunny is also so cute. I just left it white. What I love about these is you could use them for other occasions. This is obviously more of a holiday themed kit, but there is no reason why you could use pretty much all of these animals for a different occasion. All right. And lots of different ways. Here we go. Here's the puppy. So cute. And grabbing everything out of here. It's all down in my envelope. Let's just dump it all out. Because we're gonna dump it all on it essentially anyways. Okay. And we have two more critters, the kitty cat and the hedgehog. Aren't they cute? I had to color the kitty just like my sweet little Elodie. Can we purchase just the animal stamps? I'm afraid not. You'd have to get the kit. That's only part of the kit. And then we have some of those accessories. Let's pull all of those out here. These all work so well to kind of add to, oh my gosh, the hedgehog with a bow. I love it because it got stuck to them. Brianne, happy birthday. It's the Inkstand's birthday today. Happy birthday. And then a cute little Santa hat. Where should that go? On the bunny? He's adorable. I mean, look at how cute they are. And these can always be used as little accents too. What if you held the holly? I didn't think of that. All right, and then we have the snowflakes, which I just stamped in black, but you could see these could be really pretty stamped in colored ink. And then the sentiments, I actually used the other one, but this is the Happy Holidays. The Merry Christmas, I do need to show it to you because the die for the Merry Christmas is amazing. Let me actually grab a card. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit and show you a card. Because look at the die for the Merry Christmas. It cuts out that negative space in the C. Love that. Looks so good, right? I love that. The Happy Holidays is cute too because look at, they went the extra mile and made it so it cut up under that H. So good. So good. Love, love, love. So these were really, when I saw how these word sentiment dies cut out, I was like, oh my gosh, these are so good. So close. So very, very cute. Yes, and here's the card. Here's one of the cards that I created. I used the puppy. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I'm showing you things I haven't pulled out yet. But yeah, I really want to highlight that for the sentiment because I love it when dies are, you know, nice and close like that and they cut out more of that negative space. I love that. All right, so jumping to the next product, which we've already seen kind of in action here, which is the coordinating dies. So let's pull those out. So these are all the coordinating dies. There are dies for all of the critters, the sentiments, which I showed, and as well as all these additional images. The only thing that doesn't have dies are these kind of borders here. These two little border stamps, which are intended to be used with the fancy dies included in the kit. So really awesome that there's so many dies. I got all these things out. You can see all the dies in action here except for that other sentiment, which I used. So in addition to all of that, the dies, the stamp set, there's also fancy dies. Here they are. So more dies. Yes. Let me pull them out here. We have, I think 6. I forgot what the count was. Let me pull them all out. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 6 fancy dies. So they are fairly large. Let me grab my grid here so you can see. Like, look at how large those are. And we turn it this way. You could probably, if you overlapped a little, you could fit 3 landscape. You have this large teacup. Adorable. With the critters. So cute. Then there's the present. This present has 2 dies. A top and a bottom. Where am I going to put these? Let's put them over here. I have no room. And so we have 4. There's 2 more. There's a kind of like this is like a bracketed rectangle. This is great for sentiments or tags even. And then you have the mug. Isn't that cute? So good. Love those fancy dies. They work so wonderful with those critters. I have them die cut out here so we can play with them a little bit. Let's grab all my die cuts. We'll start with that bracketed frame. You could fit the happy holidays if you cut it out, or you could do it across like that. That's kind of cute too, actually. And then maybe we'll have the little fox kind of hold it. Isn't that cute? Adorable. And let's start just playing with them and arranging them, maybe. Okay, since we did the fox, we'll stick with the fox. Ah! I dropped the sentiment. There we go. And here is the teacup. I have to put the owl in the teacup. I don't know why. I just love him in the teacup. He's so cute in that. And I think you could use the snowflakes to make it Christmassy. This is where you can use those border stamps to decorate and stamp along. And I have some examples of that. But cute. Also, I like the poinsettia on there because it fits so nice. Look how cute that is. Crystal says, I love them all, but the teacup has my whole heart. I know, the teacup is so cute. And you're not a tea drinker. I'm the same way. I'm not a tea drinker either, but I love the way it looks. And you can separate it. So like it comes with the saucer, right? You see the saucer underneath, but you could easily fussy cut that out because these are all cut lines here. These are actually cut lines. So you just have to kind of cut where the little like bits of paper that are still holding it together. And you could have just the teacup, or you could have the saucer, have the teacup actually popped up, and that will also help to let you ink blend the teacup a little bit more easily. So really cute, really nice that you can kind of separate those. There's also a mug, and on my card, I kind of turned this into one of those, are they enamel mugs? Like, well, back in my day, they were for camping. Let's put the hedgehog in there because he's adorable. And he's right there. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Maybe we'll give him the holly. That's cute. And then we have a present. And we'll grab this one that I did, which has a lid, which is so nice. So you can kind of have the animal look like it's popping out of there. Let's do the bunny. He's already got a little hat on. We could have it to the side like that. Adorable, so cute. Or the puppy. He has the green hat on, so he matches the present. I could play these forever. It's just so fun to kind of mix and match. And then we have the stocking. Well, let's put the bunny there. Oh my gosh, he's so cute in the stocking. I love him in the stocking. We can get there. So lots of fun, tons of different combinations. And again, I really think that the critters, everyone except maybe the deer, but even the deer would be fine. Could be used for other occasions. Definitely winter cards and beyond, especially the present. There's no reason why you could just change the colors up and it be a birthday box, birthday gift. So many options, and the mugs don't read Christmas as well. So I think there's a lot of play here that you can use these for lots of different occasions. Really cute. So those are that's the clear set, the coordinating dies, the fancy dies, but there's also some stencils in this kit as well. Let me pull those out. There's 2 stencils in this kit. We have the cable knit stencil and the argyle stencil. Very fun. Love these for adding maybe some textures to the die cuts or for backgrounds. Lots of fun there. Let's put those maybe like that. And in addition to that, there's also some tags. Now, the kit comes with 28 tags, and there's 4 different kinds, 4 different styles of tags. They're all very large, which I really like. I love giving gifts with big tags. They're so cute. Brianne, aren't the stencils amazing? They are amazing. And I'll show you some cards with the stencils and things too. I have a lot of cards from the creative team. I have some cards here, some of my cards to share. So I have a lot of cards, and almost everybody used the stencils. So I have a lot of examples of the stencils. But let me show you the tags. There's 4 kinds, 4 different styles again, and 28 in total. So you're going to have 7 of each style. You have a big circle, and they are big. Remember, they are large. Just fit onto that A2 panel. So we have a circle. I have no room. We have a kind of rectangular one. I guess all the rest are going to be kind of rectangular. This one here with like a domed top. And the last is this kind of pennant style kind of one. Love it. Those are really fun. Great for creating tags, obviously, but also really wonderful for kind of drawing your attention to your focal point of your card. Almost reducing the canvas that you have to work with. Helps a lot with that. So really great tags. Love that inclusion. And that you get so many. 28 is a lot. 20 is a lot. All right. So we have the tags. We'll put those there. There's also paper included in this kit. You have 2 sheets of cherry, which I've used one. 2 sheets. Oh no, I didn't. They're here. It's like 2 sheets of cherry and 2 sheets of pine. So these are Hero Hues cardstocks, really nice, high quality cardstocks, heavyweight, so either 100 or 110. Wonderful papers, love that. And last but not least, you have 2 kind of mediums. The Berry Hero Wax, this is beautiful. Let's open it up here so you can see. Look at that beautiful color. And I have some examples of this as well. So this is also included in the kit. I mean, so much stuff. And lastly, one of my favorite things from Hero Arts, the Hero Pearls. These are wonderful. They're so handy to have. Love them. These are just great for little dimensional accents. This is the white pearl. This one you're going to use a ton. It's so fantastic. So let me show you some card samples with these products. Let's start with this background here. This shows you the wax, the Berry Hero Wax on some of that cherry cardstock. So very pretty. Look at that shine. And I also use that argyle stencil. So very simple background. Looks like wrapping paper, right? This just looks like wrapping paper to me. Would be great on the present. And then I used the pearls to just add little accents. So fun and easy. Everything I used for this background is in the kit. So that's all the kit there. Then now let's show you some actual cards. So you've already seen this one. I'll hold it up again. So you can see the fancy die in the background. I used that stocking, put the puppy in, gave him a little Santa hat. This background here is that argyle stencil again, this one here with the paste. So again, it's that cherry, very similar to this one, but the difference is I also shifted the stencil. Let's see if I can do it here. You need the kit, Debbie. I agree. You need the kit. Hello, Olivia, you're here. Awesome. So here's what it looked like after I did the stencil. And then I shifted the stencil like so. So now I could ink blend these open areas. And that would, I'd ink blend these two little open areas, the above and below, but then I'd actually end up ink blending on the paste as well. And you can actually see it. You can see where I ink blended over the paste and it changed the color of the paste. Like, that's so cool. I'm really excited about that discovery. You might see that a lot in the future, but like, that's so cool. You can ink blend over the dried, it's not paste, I'm sorry, I call it paste. It's wax, the dried hero wax. It just tinted the wax a little bit. And I think that looks so cool. And you can see obviously where it was on just the cardstock and how dark it is. So really, really interesting. I know, Pamela, I didn't know you could do it either until I did it, I guess. But so that's a fun background too. Lots of shine, lots of depth. Very, very cool. So, and let's get through some of my other cards. And then I have a bunch, like the creative team knocked out of the park and they made so many cards. So I have a bunch of those to show you. So let me grab those. Or I'll share mine and then I will share the creative team's creations because they did amazing. So here's another card, again with that Argyle stencil. But I also used the snowflakes in the kit, in that stamp set, to add some snow on there. Pamela says, I use the pearls to paint with sometimes. Oh, awesome, Pamela. See, I have to try that. I've never done that with the pearls. That's such a good tip. I love those pearls. They're really cool. My little kitty and the present, just out of some Hero Arts colored cardstock. So another fun one. The next card I'm going to show you actually uses the tags. So here you can see on this one some of the tags. Again, look at that. Look at that Merry Christmas with that opening, that negative cutout. So good. You can see this is the one I was talking about where I kind of turned it into one of those enamel mugs where I just ink blended it a little bit. Did use this stamp here for the mug, splattered it to really create that enamel mug look. And the background is the cable knit stencil. So now you get to see what that stencil looks like in the background. Added a little snow with the acrylic, the white acrylic spray that came out in Hero Arts holiday catalog release. And also the tag has, because it's a tag, it gives you an opportunity to add some texture with some twine or string. And I love that. That's one of the awesome things about tags, besides the fact that it kind of draws your eye into the focal point. Okay, let's move on to my last card, which is a card that I shared. I have a video for on the Hero Arts YouTube channel, so you can definitely check that out. It's public now. Here it is. I show you how I create this card. I show you how to Copic color. I use my Copics or my alcohol markers, and I only used like 3 colors for his fur. So this is actually, even though it's a large critter, it isn't a lot of Copic coloring. So I know sometimes people, myself included, can be intimidated by coloring. And I'm hoping if you check out the video, you can kind of break it down a little bit and see how I color this guy. And looks like I could extend the stencils for 5 by 7. Do they have other ones, Debbie? Oh, yeah, I think you could. I see what you're saying. You can like reposition because it's a repetitive pattern. I think that's what you're saying, Debbie. And I think you can do that. Yeah, definitely. It isn't, these are, what is it? 6 by 4 3/4. So not quite 5 by 7, but yeah, I think you can kind of reposition to get a longer, bigger pattern. Isn't he cute? The deer is so cute. It's cuter than Bambi. Whoa. I will pass that along to the design team. I think that's a really nice compliment. Very, very cute. And in the video, I also show you how I use tissue paper to add more texture and fun, just a fun. And imagine I use some pattern tissue paper, but wouldn't it be fun? There's like gold and metallic tissue papers. That would be really fun too. All right. So now let me show you some cards by the creative team. Let me grab them here. Let me move over. We have this super cute card by Charlene. Look at how she colored the kitty. And I don't know if you guys can see, she took a white gel pen and drew in whiskers. I love that. And also look at her background. She used that Argyle stencil, but just did some soft blending. Such a great way to use that stencil too. Then we have this one by Karen. She's so good. Look at her beautiful background and her sweet little fox. And she used one of our, I forget what this one is called. It might be like photo frame, or it's like a Polaroid picture. And she used that as a frame for the fox. And I thought that was such a cute idea. And that stamp set underneath the sentiment is from one of our stamp sets released this month too. So, and I will get to that. That's one of the extraordinary extras. So that sentiment set, or that sentiment on this card, is a stamp set that came out that's not a subscription. Then we have this one by Karen too. Look at how cute. And look, she used these super cute little peppermint clay things were from the last release, the last card kit. And I love how she incorporated them on this card. I'm gonna pop over to the comments real quick and see if there's anything I missed. Hi, Beth, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry, Olivia. You can check out my videos though with with Hero Arts. Yeah, the peppermints are so cute. Aren't they adorable? Okay, let me pop back over to the pictures. And then we have Kailash's card here. Look at this stunning card. She's got the kitty in the teacup. I love it. And do you see how she's stamped on the saucer too? That's amazing. That's so good. And then she used that border stamp up above as well to kind of add some interest to the upper third of her card. Love how she colored her images. Love that she used the berry hero wax with the cable knit to add some texture and shine behind the teacup. Such a great card. And this is Kelly's card. Kelly's amazing. Look at how she colored her deer. So sweet. She, I believe, actually heat embossed the cable knit on the tag and then lightly ink blended over with probably sand. And then if you look in the back, the red cardstock, she did some dry embossing with that cable knit stencil. That's another technique with the stencils, is you can actually dry emboss with them. Isn't that wonderful? It's such a great kit. It's so good. All right, and let's move over to scroll down here a little bit. There's a lot, guys. I couldn't choose. I had to show you all of them from the creative team. And we have this one by Karen. As again, she just knocked it out of the park. I love how she did the cable knit and white. She probably used hero paste or white hero wax. I'm not sure which one. But it looks like candy canes. I love that. And then she used that kind of Polaroid picture frame die for the deer to be inside. That's so cute. And then we have this one by Kelly. Look at her beautiful snowflakes in the background and that sweet little fox. He just looks like he's laying in this, like in bed, right? He's just laying in bed with his blanket. So cute. Ready to have like dreams of, what is it? Dreams of, what's the night Christmas? Oh my gosh, my brain. Sugar plums danced in their heads. Is that how it goes? Oh, and I have Kelly's here twice. And then we have this one by Natasha. She's so amazing with mixed media. And every time she gets these sets, I can't wait to see what she does with them, because she just knocks it out of the park. She used that circle tag and some texture with added some texture with the stencils and the paste, and Beautiful color back there. And of course, she used that little owl who's too cute. She's so good. That would be such a great tag. And then we have this one. This was so good. This is by Natasha Polite, and it's very cute with the no line coloring. And what also I love this is you can see both stencils here. She has the Argyle stencil in the back with some hero paste. And then in the front on the stocking, she used that cable knit stencil. So I love seeing that cable knit stencil on the die cut. Really, really cute. I'm going to pop over to the comments real quick and see. Visions of Sugar Plums. Thank you, guys. Hey, Mindy. How are you, friend? I agree, Pamela. They're always great kits. And let's see. Let's move back to the cards. And we have this one by these two by Pam. I love how she die cut a circle. I think that's a great idea too. I kind of got really stuck on the fact of combining my critters with the fancy dies included in the kit, but I really like how she framed it out on her card and then popped her reindeer inside. That's such a great idea. And then we have this one by Rosie, another great way to incorporate the critters, and not use the fancy dies. So just like a different look. And I love how she did the border up there. She stamped that border stamp that's right underneath the puppy's paws and along on that white trim. That's a great use of that stamp. I think she might even have some glitter on the Santa cap. So cute. And then we have these adorable cards by Rachel. Love them. She also used a tag to kind of draw your eye into your focal point and also basically create like a smaller canvas to work from, so you're not having all this whole background kind of swallowing up your focal point. Ooh, airplanes flying by and it's loud. And then we have this one, so sweet. Love the texture here with that cable knit. I love that white on white. That is so good. So good. And I think, oh no, we're not done yet. One last one. This one by Jeannie, so amazing. So she also did no line coloring. You saw one by Natasha earlier. She also did no line coloring. It didn't even occur to me to do no line coloring with these images, and wow. And she also no line colored on the die cut. That teacup die cut, she did some no line coloring on that. And look at how cool that looks. Really, really incredible. All right, I'll pop over here. Oops. There we go. Okay. Woo. So that is the card kit. Now we have 4 other subscriptions. So let me go through those. Let me quickly clean this up. We have the paper. I guess while I'm cleaning up, I can kind of go back through all the things that were included in the cardstock. The 4 papers, 2 pine, 2 of cherry. I know, Mindy, right? She's amazing. That no line coloring is insane. The 28 tags. Voice, don't fail me now. Oh no, I dropped everything. What a klutz. What a klutz. All right. We also can't forget, I'm not going to stick them in here, but we can't forget the white Hero Pearls. Amazing. And the berry Hero Wax, also included in the kit. So good. And then we have our stamp set, which is epic. Just cuteness overload. The stencils. All the dies. And of course, the fancy dies. The 6 fancy dies. Did I get it all? I think I got it all. So that is the card kit for November. So much stuff. So much. And you can still subscribe to this for the whole month of, almost the whole month of November. I'm forgetting now when I think it ends. 25th, maybe? I'm sorry. It's a change, and I'm still trying to remember. It took me so long to remember how we were doing it, and now I just learned the old way, and now I'm like, oh no, it's been changed, so I gotta learn the new way. Okay. So we're now moving on to the other subscriptions, which we call the monthly minis. And the first one is going to be the Fancy Die of the Month. So this is the November Fancy Die of the Month. It's amazing. It's a cover plate die. Let me pull it out here. You know what? Let's put it on a big, we'll bump up to a big magnetic sheet. It is like a tilted, I think we in-house are calling it like tilted Christmas tree. So cute. This one pairs really well with the clear stamp, or the clear set and dies of the month for November. But first, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's show all that's included with the November Fancy Die of the Month. So you get this large cover plate that has that tilted Christmas tree, some decorations, you got ornaments like garland or ribbon, presents, and Christmas lights down there. So fun. Oh, Marisha's here. Oh, hi. Happy Friday. And then we have ornaments that you can, so a couple little ornament dies that you can use to hang in their tree. Or Kelly made a beautiful card. She had him hanging from, it does remind me of Seuss. Yes, Crystal, like I want a Grinch. I need a Grinch. It totally reminds me of Dr. Seuss. I agree 1000%. I want a Grinch, like with him leaning over and him carrying the present, the tree out, right? But you can kind of do a similar look. It won't be the Grinch, but you can kind of create Christmas chaos with the clear set when we get there. And then we have a present. And then, oh no, gosh, what is with me today? I'm dropping everything. Okay. And a wreath. So many things. So many. I love that. I love how the fancy dies, or the fancy dies of the month, they've been coming with, in addition to a cover plate, there's some additional dies. And I just love that. There's so much fun. Yes, the ornaments do look Whoville-esque, right? We're going to make that a word today. They do. Or Seuss-esque. Seussical. All right, so I have it die cut out here. I just went ahead and die cut this panel die out of an A2 panel of white cardstock. And then I did a little bit of ink blending. You know, I might have some white cardstock here I can pop it up against. Well, this is not an A2 panel, but you'll get the idea. I think I used my A2 panel. But there you go. You can see what it looks like with a white background. I ink blended the tree. I created a tiny little mask, so I didn't ink blend the blue ribbon, but I just used the die to do that. And then I ink blended the presents and ornaments. And for the Christmas lights, I just used my Copics to color that. So cute. And again, you can create some really fun scenes. I'm hoping I have an A2 panel here. Oh, there you go. Because I don't like it when it's a little bit smaller. It just doesn't look quite right. That's better. That's so much better. Okay, and then I die cut out the other dies out of white cardstock and did a little bit of coloring. This one I ink blended. I cut it twice, and then I cut out, ink blended the ribbon on one of the die cuts, ink blended the wreath on this one, cut out the ribbon and adhered it on top. Very easy to create that wreath there. We can have it kind of falling from the sky. It's Christmas chaos. Here's the present. Kind of wish I'd left that white, but I did it. And then I'll stick that there. And then the ornaments, which I also just ink blended. You can kind of have them hanging from the tree, kind of going crazy. So such a fun, and I mean, like, I don't know about you guys, but this is literally what Christmas is like in my house. Insane. It's just complete and utter chaos. The whole, now till it's over. Till I'd say at least a week after New Year's, because it takes me forever to take down my tree. Yes, a little wonky look. Yep, I like it. I like it. Okay, so that is the November Fancy Die of the Month. Let me put those aside. I'm not going to completely put it away because I think I want to show you how it can play with the November Clear Set plus Dies of the Month. So that's what we're moving on to. The November Clear plus Dies of the Month. grab some white cardstock here to put underneath the stamp set so you can get a good look. Here is that stamp set. This is in-house, we're calling it the Naughty Kitties stamp set. But again, this is the November clear set plus dies. So let me grab the coordinating dies. There we go. So there's that subscription. Look at the kitties. I would guess I have some cat owners out there. I am myself also a cat owner. I have a cute little, I love her so much, an exotic. She's so sweet. She's like the lovingest cat I've ever had. We love her to death. So all my kitties are orange based off of my LED. So of course, if I have a striped cat, it's going to be orange. So I've got my orange. My samples are colored orange. You'll see that. But you have this cute kitty pawing at an ornament. Definitely going to break it. This cat here pairs really great for destroying a tree. Then we have the kitty in the present, this cute kitty hiding behind, and a kitty tangled up in the Christmas light. There's also these sweet little paws. 3 sentiments. Love this one here. It says, wreck the halls and blame the dogs. So funny. And then we have warm wishes and meowy cat mess. Every time I read the sentiments, I have to giggle. Okay. Let me show you some of the images that I colored. I went with a bright palette. Here's that kitty kind of causing ultimate destruction. And if you don't want to use, so the die cuts out like kind of those scratch marks, but you can easily cut that part off or hide it if you don't always want like the scratch marks, which I think is nice that you can kind of change that. And then we have, I love this kitty hiding behind the present. So sweet. I love that one. This guy in the box. If it fits, I sits. Here's my little orange tabby for my LOD. Looks like my cat doing that under my sofa. Oh, it's so cute. And then we have one more kitty. This sweet kitty in the Christmas lights. I love her. She's adorable. And then all the accent images. There's let's see if I can get everything turned over. A mitten and a sock. Some broken ornaments. A little Santa hat, which you could put on your kitties. That's so cute. And a little snowflake, which is always nice. It's always nice to have those extra images to kind of help build backgrounds or add little accents here and there. Oh, there's 2 snowflakes. There's a smaller one too. So 2 little snowflakes as well. So they're individual stamps, which is nice. And then the sentiments. And yes, there's dies for the sentiments. Here's that. Wreck the halls and blame the dogs. Warm wishes and meowy catmas. So cute. All right, so let's see how they work with that fancy die of the month. Move these up here. So you could have this guy. He's perfect for tearing down the tree. Like, he's just perfect for that. So we have him tucked in there. See if I can get his face kind of visible. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And then this kitty can go in the Christmas lights down there so well. And I'll hold this up to the camera once I get them positioned. And I think I only have room for 3. I really need my tweezers here. Let's grab my tweezers. 3 little kittens lost their mitten. I didn't even think of that. Of course, that's why there's mittens. I didn't even think of that. And then we have a present, which could be kind of positioned here with the other presents. So just a really fun and playful set. Let's see if I can hold this up to the camera and not destroy it. But look at how fun. You could just have a lot of fun moving these around, filling in a scene. I love this kitty, though, tearing down the tree. That's hilarious. I think that's so good. And I didn't even use some of the cats here. So very fun. And I just wait till you see Rosie. Epic card I have to share with you where she combined this, the November clear set plus dies of the month with the November fancy dies of the month. And it's epic. So I will show you that I have that last. But I will share that with you. Oh my gosh, I didn't share the cards with this set. Oh my gosh, I messed up. Okay, we have to go do that. So real quick before I start showing the set card samples of both the fancy die of the month and the clear set plus dies of the month, I'm going to show you this card real quick that I created. Real kind of clean and simple card with the kitties. I did stamp the ornaments twice and then die cut. After I die cut them, I separated them so I could kind of position the ornaments around a little bit more to kind of build my scene and my narrative. But really fun set. So cute. All right, and let's take a look real quick. We'll back up and look at the fancy die of the month. We have this card here by Kelly. Isn't it stunning? Stunning. Like she did what I did, but 10 million times better. I love the way this turned out. She added some lacquer, some glitter lacquer pen to the tree to highlight the cut lines in the tree. I just love, this is stunning. So pretty. And then we have this one here. So pretty. This is such a beautiful, clean and simple card. A simple blended background with some probably the white acrylic spray splattered, and then that fancy die cut out of white cardstock. And then we'll back up to the a couple cards with the clear set plus dies. So here's the clear set plus dies. Love this one by Lydia. Hilarious. So good. And she actually added stripes to her kitty. That kitty didn't actually have stripes, but she colored stripes on that. And then we have this one from Sika. Just perfect. She's so good with that kind of clean and simple design. Love it. Really, really good. And the background is actually a stencil that came out in this release as well, which I will get to. It's one of the extraordinary extras. And then last but not least, here is Rosie's epic card. I mean, look at that. You have the kitty tearing down the tree. You have this like marbled kitty in the Christmas lights. And she die cut the present multiple times, the wreath, this is a masterpiece. I love how the background is black too. Everything just pops. I mean, she did such a good job. It's such a good card. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, the black is just so good, right? All right, so now we're going to move on to another monthly mini, another subscription. Let's put these over here to the side. You know what? We'll just combine for right now. I'll fix that later. Next up is the Cling of the Month. So this is, I think we're calling it stylized poinsettia pattern, but it is a beautiful stamp. This I feel is very evergreen. So even though it was kind of inspired by a poinsettia, you can kind of see these would be the poinsettias here. It has a very stylized look that I think you could use year round. So let me show you how it's stamped. Oh my gosh, that's right. They're playing at night. That's why it's black, which is, you know, when they're always causing all that trouble. I didn't even think of that. So I just stamped this on Kiwi cardstock in a darker green ink. And look at how beautiful this is. I just think this is a gorgeous background stamp. I love it so much. And again, I do not think that this has to be used just for holiday. Totally works for holiday, especially if you kind of kept it in red tones, or stamped it, heat embossed it in gold on red cardstock. It's a beautiful, beautiful background stamp. I just love it. Also, you can watercolor. So you could stamp this in like heat embossed and put it on some watercolor paper And then you can watercolor these sections, and that would be so pretty and very, very like, I don't know. I like to do those little tiny things. That would be very satisfying for me to watercolor these little sections. I just love it. So let me show you some amazing cards by the creative team with this November cling of the month. Let's move over here. So we have, oh, I forgot to show you this one. This one is out of order. It's why I forgot. This amazing card by Jenny with the November Fancy Die of the Month. Look at her stripy background. Such a great idea to, you know, have a colorful background. She'd made it stripes with these beautiful colored cardstocks, and then had that fancy die that cut out of just white cardstock, that tilted Christmas tree just cut out of white cardstock. Really love the contrast. Beautiful. So nice kind of clean modern take on that die set. Okay, so now back to, that's the stencils. I think I got my things. Well, now I know my things are out of order. I mislabeled them. Okay, this is Natasha's card. Nope, that's not the right one. Do I not have a background stamp? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here they are. So this one's by Kelly. Look at that stamp, that cling, stamped just on blue cardstock. So this is like, I believe it's Paradise. And then stamped in a darker blue ink. And then she used the Hero Pearls, which is included in the card kit, to add little accents to the pattern. I think this card is stunning. So, so stunning. And it's such a, like, technique-wise, it's a very simple card, but it to me, it looks so complex. I am blown away by this card. I'm obsessed. This background stamp has my whole heart. It's amazing. It's amazing stamp. And then we have this one by Natasha P. Look at what she did. Guys, this card looks like it was watercolored, but she actually ink blended. She has some smaller blending brushes, so she was able to kind of, you know, pinpoint where she wanted the color to go a little bit, but it's not, you know, it's stunning, and she didn't have to worry about it being perfect. She used the white heat embossing to resist and keep the pattern nice and white. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And then she used, I think she used enamel dots in the centers, right? It does have a quilt look. It definitely does. I know, so beautiful. I know, Cynthia, it's a different time. I apologize. I couldn't do it late at my normal time today. I am going to be doing make and takes at a local craft store here in Arizona. So I have that this evening. So I couldn't do it at our normal time today. But yeah, isn't this cling so good? I'm blown away by it. I don't think it got enough love in this release, and I intend to make it shine because I just think it's an amazing cling stamp. And you guys remember, all the Hero Arts clings are made at the Hero Arts factory. So this is, you know, hero. It is awesome. And and I love it. I love the rubber. Don't take my rubber away from me. I love it so much. And it's not going anywhere. So nobody worry. I don't want anybody worrying or anything. I wonder how she did the blending. I think, Pamela, she used a smaller blending brush. I think she has some smaller ones. You know, there's some tinier ones out in the market. And I think she just ink blended a little, like just did a little like that. Almost like an ear Q-tip almost. Yeah, the red rubber is so good. You can't beat the detail. And the crispness of the lines, how crisp they are, amazing. And they're so fun for backgrounds. They're just so great for backgrounds. I love playing with backgrounds. And yeah, that one's a great cling. And I think it can go kind of lots of different styles. It can be elegant, easy, but you can also be clean and modern with it too. I just got done cleaning up a giant mess that my cat made. Oh my gosh. Well, geez. Did you see all the other this whole release is themed about kitties causing messes. All right. Now the last monthly mini is our layering stencils of the month. This layering stencil set is Beautiful. So beautiful. Every time I see the new layering stencils, I'm like, oh, this is the best. I just love them. The cling and the layering stencils are my personal favorite subscriptions. Those are my favorites, but this one did not disappoint. So this is the November color layering stencils on the month. Let me move this a little bit more off screen. Oh, yes, there you go. I didn't even think about that. That's true. The cling are 6x6, so they're great for square. Yes, very good for that. Square cards. Oh, here we go. So pretty. This is snowflakes and holly pattern layering stencils. You can see it creates like a double layered snowflake. I'm not sure if it's reading on camera, but that snowflake is like 2 layers, a lighter and a darker. Then you have holly leaves, this beautiful multicolored like border. Such a pretty, pretty layering stencil background. Love it. So there's 4 stencils in the set. And I think I got them royally out of order. So let me put them in the correct order. Not that it actually matters. It doesn't really matter. You can do them out of order. It's not going to change anything, but they are labeled. So this is stencil 1. You can see the 1 right there. It has the SKU number LS1124, November 2024, and then 1, because this is the first stencil. And then all the Hero Art stencils that are layering have the registration squares, making it so easy. I know they do, Pamela. I love it. And then we have the number 2. So this will do this. So this one does the berries. So typically you do this one red. And then this one is the leaves. So you would do this green, but there are no hard rules with colors, which I love that. You could change it up. And then this is stencil number 3. So now we're getting into the snowflakes. So I would do this one maybe a lighter blue, which I actually did. So I can show you my example where I did exactly what I'm saying. And then, oh yeah, you never use layering stencils. Oh, you must try. I love them. They're so fun and so easy. And there's stencils. I'm a technique girly. And there's so many techniques you can do with stencils. So I get so excited about stencils. I'll just sing their praises. This is stencils number 4. This is the second layer for the snowflakes. And normally I would do this in a darker blue, but I used some paste because, yes, I had to get some kind of technique in, some kind of texture. So let me show you my card. So here's the card I created. I did it over sand cardstock, so it's like a craft. Gosh, my shadow is really bad today. I apologize for that. Let's see if we could fix that. Is that better? That's a little bit better. So you can see the beautiful sand cardstock. I love that contrast with the white that we have in the center. I did the berries and 2 reds, but you can't really tell. I did a little gradation where a little bit darker here, lighter here, darker here, kind of banded it. Can't really tell that so much. But the leaves, I think you can really tell. I used 2 greens for the leaves, a lighter green and a darker green, and just ink blended them. Made sure to not like lose the color, but like a little bit of the lighter green, a little bit of the darker green, a little bit of the lighter green, a little bit of the darker green. And I did it kind of random. I wasn't really worried about keeping them consistent because I think it makes it more interesting to have that gradation a little bit, like where this side's light, but over here, this side's light, you know, and that just changes it up. So really pretty. Love that gradation. That's another thing you can do with stencils. So easy to do, and it adds so much interest. And then it does look like embroidery. I didn't even think that. It totally does. And then I did one snow. So the first layer for the snowflakes, I did a gradation again. You can kind of see it's a little darker blue at the top and lighter. And I did keep this gradation consistent, still banded, where it's darker here, then lighter. Darker here at the top of snowflakes and then lighter. So you can see I kind of did a little gradations within that layer. And again, it's so easy to do. So darker than lighter. Very simple. And then For the fourth stencil on this panel, I used Hero Paste, and that's how I have that white. I used the white pearl Hero Paste, and it's just so cool that you get that opaque on top of colored cardstock. You can't beat it. You can't beat that. Love it. And the shine as well. And then I finished. So after I made this panel, I did some finishing touches, which I'm sure you guys are noticing. I added some highlights, and I apologize for my nails. It's been, my nails didn't survive this week. I did some white gel pen highlights on the berries. Very easy to do. And then I took my Copic marker and just added a little line to the center of all the holly leaves. These are the things that I get obsessed with, is these little details. I just love doing them. And then I added the white hero pearls in the center of the snowflakes. So just easy to do. Oh, yay, Cynthia. It's so fun. You'll love it. It's such a, and it's not hard to do. And I just think it's so fun. I get, you know, I'm down the rabbit hole with these little details. That's another thing I love about the stencils. So for the center, after this was all dried, I die cut it out with one of the pointed arches die, did a little bit of ink blending on the background, and stamped a sentiment from one of the stamp sets that came out in our holiday catalog release, which we released this summer. So very, very fun. Okay, so let me show you some amazing cards, which I actually accidentally showed you Natasha's card, but we will pop back over to that. Let me show you some cards by the creative team. We have, first up, this amazing creation by Charlene. Love her traditional colors here. Love it. And you guys might notice her snowflakes are so sparkly. Well, I believe she put some hero wax down and then put some of our Hero Arts icicle glitter on top. And so they look so sparkly, so pretty. I love that. And I think she only did, I'm looking here. Oh, so she she may have done that for both layers of the final two stencils. Really pretty. And Charlene has a YouTube channel. I'm sure you guys are familiar with her because you guys are some Hero Arts people. So you know she has an amazing YouTube channel, and you can definitely check out some of her creations over there. She's very amazing. And she's also taught at our stamp-alongs. She's so awesome. And then next up, we have Natasha Polite. She also taught at our last stamp-along. She has some amazing techniques. She's so good. And look at her stunning background. Like, I almost don't recognize that this is the same stencil. The way she used color and blended. And I think she may have not used every layer. Oh yeah, because she didn't use there's no holly berries. Natasha, how did you do this? I tell you guys, Natasha blows me away. Every time I'm like, wait a minute. I have to like take a minute and really look at her cards, because it's like, I don't know how she does the things she does. No wonder I didn't recognize it. It doesn't have the holly leaves. She must have shifted the stencil. Well, Natasha also has a YouTube channel, so you got to check her out. She does amazing things with products, just changes the way she looks at things and uses them, blows me away. And then we have this one by Rachel. I love this card Rachel made. She went all in on texture with the hero waxes. She used the berry, you can see on the holly berries, and then that awesome olive wax on the holly leaves. This is such a pretty, pretty card. Love it. So good. All right, I'll put that down and pop back over here. Let's see if we've got any comments. I know, it's one of my favorite things. Oh, Michelle, you're here. Welcome. Well, you know what? The best way I would say is go check out our blog hop today. Go to Hero Arts website, go to the blog, and you'll be able to go there and find her there. Maybe I can find it real quick for you. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it's just her name, but let me see. Let me see here. It might be faster if I go through Instagram. Let's pop it up in the comments. Oh, Okay, let's go a different way. Well, I promise I'll be almost done with this. You can see my arms reaching through. There she is. Oh yeah, it's Polite Creations. I'm going to grab the link here and I'll put it in the comments. Here we go. There you go. Oh my gosh, Michelle, you're so speedy. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Yeah, she's awesome. Michelle's awesome too. Michelle is amazing. She's a Hero Arts person too. Okay, so that was all of the monthly minis. The layering stencil, which we just finished up. We did the cling, stunning cling, the super cute Naughty Kitties, which were the clear set and dies of the month. And then lastly was the, or first rather, we started with the fancy die was that tilted Christmas tree. So a really fun release, really, really fun. Love them. Those are all still available. You can get them now. I'm going to now move on to our extraordinary extras. So these are not subscription. These can be purchased right now, one time, you know, a la carte one time. And a lot of them work so well with these subscription products. So especially, I mean, all of them. This was a really strong release. Okay, I'm going to start with this, one of my favorites, which is the Tower Presents Fancy Die of the month. Let me grab. Here we go. Look at this die. It's huge, first of all. It's a big, big die. And where is my grid? Here it is. Things are getting messy because I'm not putting things away. Okay, there's the grid there. You can see how large this is. It fills a whole A2 panel. Very, very big. Very cute. Let me show you some. I can show you it die cut out because I actually did that. Let's show you the die cut out. So here's what it looks like when you die cut it out. It adds all these cut lines. So they're actually cut, which is great because I love to paper piece with these fancy dies that have these cut lines. I actually talked about that before with the fancy dies included in the November card kit, that teacup. I talked about that. You can do that here with this presents tower as well. And I have several examples to show you where I did do that. But if you don't want to cut and do fussy cutting, because I know fussy cutting is not for everybody, even though this is fairly easy fussy cutting because a lot of the cutting is done for you. But if you don't like fussy cutting, you can also color this. And I have a beautiful example from the creative team where they colored this as well. Yes, lots of paper piecing. I enjoy paper piecing, so I'll show you this one here. So here we go. This one, yep, I went paper piecing crazy. So I cut this five times out of the red, out of the pink, out of the green, out of the glitter, and out of the mirrored cardstock. A little crazy, right? A little crazy. But it's so fun to put it together. It's like puzzle. For me, it feels like a puzzle piecing kind of thing. I love it. Oh my gosh, dry emboss. That's such a good idea. I didn't even think about that, Bo. That's such a good idea. So I did ink blend on my sections. I ink blended them. I glued everything to the pink layer. So the pink layer is the last layer. And then I cut out my red presents. I cut out my green presents. And then I cut out my gold presents and lids and accents and glued those on top. So very, very fun. Oh, thank you. I'm never sure sometimes about my color choices. Luckily, I feel like this one turned out okay. But yeah, I do love how this one turned out. Let me show you some cards from the creative team. Let me move back over here. We have I have only one to show you, but it's stunning because she colored this. This is Jen's card. Look at that. She colored it, guys. So she used her alcohol markers, I'm guessing, to color this. You could also watercolor this. This would be a great one if you just die cut out a watercolor cardstock. You could watercolor this as well. Or, gosh, nobody uses zigs anymore, or Tombos, but I still use my Tombos. I would use my Tombos on this, I would think, too. But she colored this, and I love all the accents she added, the gradations that she colored in, the highlights that she added with the gel pen. It's stunning. And you can see, look at her kitty. So she, again, like what I was saying, these sets work so well with what came out in the subscriptions. Here you can see that November clear set and dies of the month. You see the kitty poking out behind the stack of presents. I love that. I love that. I love that kitty. That kitty has my whole heart. And then the meowy cat miss. So cute. So cute. All right, I'm gonna put that down. Pop back over here. Isn't it good? I know the kitty behind the presents. You guys saw that kitty right away. Okay, so that is the Presents Tower Fancy Die. Now we're going to move on to two amazing products. This is the, actually I need this. The Winter Foliage Pattern. It's a mouthful. Winter Foliage Pattern stamp set. Beautiful stamp set. This is all one large stamp. So though it looks like a bunch of small images, well, it is, but it's only one stamp. So very, very easy to stamp out all these images. And there's even some sentiments. Love the way these sentiments look. Great for sentiment strips. They're very easy to cut out. And then you have a die. This is the Winter Foliage Pattern cover plate. And it will die cut all of those images that you stamp in that one stamp all out at once. It's making it so easy to have all these little images to incorporate on your cards to make maybe a wreath, which is what I have to show you. Actually, I'm jumping ahead of myself. First, let me show you the stamp set stamped out and then colored. So here's that stamp set, great for backgrounds. You could just use this stamp set for a background because it's so pretty, the way the flowers and berries and pine cones, how they're all arranged. It's just really pretty. I did some Copic coloring, but I have another example where I didn't color these. These don't have to be colored. I just ink blended over them. So I have another example of that. And what I love about this panel die here is you not only can die cut all these out, right? But you can use it to die cut a panel. And you can use it to kind of frame, like pop up. Look at how cool that looks. It's dimensional. Very, very cool, adding some beautiful shadows. Or you can die cut it out of dark cardstock, and then all of a sudden you have a dark background. Oh, we have a question. Bo says, I'm crafting now. I have a question for anyone. If you use clear ink for embossing, can I clean the stamp with a baby wipe, or is more needed? You could totally clean it with a baby wipe, but those clear embossing inks are stickier. So I really like a chamois, but you could use, if you find it's not quite getting off, it won't hurt anything if a little bit of that residue, that clear ink stays on your stamp. If you can't get it completely clean, it's not going to hurt anything. So don't worry about it. But if it bothers you that it's still a little sticky, still a little tacky, you can use a stamp cleaner or an alcohol to clean it, like a rubbing alcohol to clean it. Those will both work. All right, and then here's the stamped out or die cut out of dark cardstock and then placed on top. And yes, some of you guys might have this if you took the holiday stamp along. This was the exclusive set that was part of that stamp along. So both these products were in that. But look at how cool that looks when you pair it up with a dark background. That's something we can't do a lot in card making, is have dark backgrounds, because we have to color. So we have to have it be kind of light. And I love how that works. Oh, Ultra Clean works too. Yes, Ultra Clean works, such as Hero Arts cleaning spray, or it's not really a spray. It's a dauber thing, but is it a spray? I forgot now. I've been out for so long, I forgot how to use it. I only use rubbing alcohol on stamps. If you use alcohol on clear stamps, wash them in the water afterwards. Oh, good, Michelle. Thank you for that. Okay, and then, but again, a paper wipe is fine. You just might have some of that little residual ink on there, but that's not going to hurt anything. A little bit of leftover clear ink on it, it's not going to hurt anything. Might actually help the stamping. So now we're going to move on to, let me show you some of the samples that I've made with that set. So you have these two here, this here. Let's put this out actually, that where I colored that. So then you can also use this die, of course, to cut out all of the images. And here's where it's all cut out and I turned it into a wreath. It's a spray. Thank you. It's been so long. I've been out of it for so long. I've forgotten. And I loved the Ultra Clean. I love Hero Arts Ultra Clean. It was a sad day when I've been out and I haven't been able to get more. But yes, this is a awesome set. So you can use it to create a wreath. Use all those little die cuts to create a wreath. You could create a really pretty kind of background. There's just so much you can do with it. Here's another card where I told you, here's where I just ink blended and stamped it on top with some gold heat embossing and gold heat embossed it. Very pretty. So you don't have to color. Here's another example where I didn't color. So here they are just white. And I positioned them on this vellum circle that I die cut out. I hand cut this, heat embossed some white cardstock and just hand cut it to create a little ornament. But you might probably own a die already that you can do that with. So that's another great option. That's something I think is like a technique to do with smaller images, is to use those smaller images to construct a bigger image. Something simple, but you could do this with a to make a triangle tree. You can fill in, just, kind of use a die if you have one, or just eyeball it. Really, honestly, you could just eyeball it, draw maybe like a triangle on some paper, arrange your die cuts within that triangle, pick it up with a piece of press and seal, and then you have a Christmas tree made out of these smaller images, or like I did here, an ornament. There's so many things you can do with those. Okay, now I'm going to move on to another clear set. Oh no, we have some examples from the creative team with the winter foliage. Let me grab those. So we actually have a lot. We have this one here by Karen. I love how she trimmed down the panel. So you have a little bit of that pink border there. Love the rounded edges on her card front. And the splatter, guys, that is the unsung hero of this background, is that splatter. Just brings it all together, kind of breaks down the starkness of the white background. So good. And then we have this stunning card by Kelly. She stamped it on the sand cardstock. Love that sand cardstock. She probably stamped it in a light ink first and then colored with her colored pencils and then heat embossed. But you could do it the other way around too. You could heat emboss first and then color with your colored pencils. Both work. But isn't this amazing? The colors just pop. I love it. And she also filled in some of that negative space with hero pearls. She used gold hero pearls. You can see it kind of between those little images. And that just is a beautiful touch. Love it. And I love that sentiment down there. So pretty. And then we have this awesome card. This is again, kind of a good example of how you don't have to color the images. She ink swiped the background with, these are the new Hero Arts Reactive Glitz ink pads. Really easy background to do. And then she stamped that winter foliage pattern stamp on top in black ink. Love how this is modern, clean, very cool. And then we have this final one by Kelly where she used sprays, and she also didn't color. she just heat embossed on colored cardstock and die cut that out. So I did white, she did colored. I love the colored. Kind of wish I did colored as well. But look at how great that turned out. And she actually, for the green card, the green and red card, that's just that cover plate, just the cover plate, die cut twice. And you have that beautiful negative cranberry cardstock back there. Really pretty. Okay, let's pop back over to, let's see. Here we go. All right. So now we're going to move on to another extra. There were 6 in this release. So we've done 3 so far. The Presents Tower, the 2 products for the winter foliage pattern. The next one we're going to show you is another clear stamp set. This one pairs really well with the Naughty Kitties, which was the clear of the month. This is the Naughty Animal Messages. So a bunch of fun animal themed Christmas holiday messages, like Felice Naughty, Felice Naughty Dog. Really, really funny. I like Unleash the Joy. That's cute. Then we have, you saw this on another Karen's card earlier. May your holidays be furry and bright. I think that's the one she used. There's some great ones. Positively jolly. Really cute. Yes, lots of puns. Very, very hilarious. Great for not just cats and dogs. This one here, though, is a great one because you can kind of fill in the blank. Actually, these 2. Dear Santa, it was the catnip, cat, elves, human, dog. You could put any of those, after that sentiment. Or this one here, it's basically has like a blank. There's no line, though. There's no line or anything, which I will show you. I have it stamped out so you can see. But it says, the blank made me do it. So you could put the catnip made me do it. The elves made me do it. The cat made me do it. The human made me do it. The dog made me do it. Lots of fun there. Really cute. These would be great with and I have some examples with some of your, you probably have some critter sets already too, that these would work great with. And you can even basically take a critter set that wasn't actually holiday, but just by pairing it with some other holiday stamps or dies you might have with your critter set, your favorite critter set, and these sentiments, boom, you have like a fun holiday critter card. Let me show you those kind of customizable ones real quick. So you can see here, I stamped this out and I just filled in the blank. The dog made me do it. The cat made me do it. The elves made me do it. I think that one's pretty funny. And then there's that one up here, the Dear Santa. Dear Santa, it was the catnip. Dear Santa, it was the human. Really cute. And of course, they could put the dog there or the elves there instead, but very, very fun. I like how you can customize that. And they don't have to just be for cats or dogs, because I have 2, one with a reindeer and one with a bear to show you using the peeking animals. Let me see. I put stuff in the wrong place. So here we go. So here's that reindeer. And I use May Your Holidays Be Furry and Bright. This background is the next product I'll show you, but so cute. Look at him. And then here is the winter bear, peeking winter bear, and I use the Positively Jolly. So cute. And again, that background is a layering stencil that I will show you next. But before we do that, let's move on to some of the cards by the creative team using the sentiment. Did I have any cards? We can go back to Karen's card that she used the sentiment with the stamps from the card kit. This one right here, she said, may your holidays be furry and bright. That's the same one I used on my card with the reindeer. Do I have any examples? I think that might be it, actually. All right. So now we're going to move on to stencils. We have 2 stencils for our extraordinary extras. And we're going to start with that layering stencil that you saw on those 2 cards I just shared with you, these 2 cards here on the background. And this is the quilt, let me get it right. Color layering quilt stencils. Really awesome set. Cannot wait to show you Michelle's card. Really pretty. Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea, Cynthia. Yes, the Tim Holtz Crazy Cats. Brilliant. Brilliant. So this is also a color layering stencil, similar in the sense to the one that was released in the November Hero Studio, or in the November, what do we call it? November stencil of the month. This one's like a quilt pattern, obviously, but there's 4 stencils. And they can be done out of order as well, but they're all labeled. Hold that there. And they all have the registration marks. That's stencil 1. There's stencil 2. Here's stencil 3. And then here's stencil 4. So those are all your stencils. And they create a really pretty quilt pattern. My brain broke there for a minute. Here's another card that I did. So this one is kind of fun, kind of crazy. So I did this background twice. I did it on white cardstock, and then I did it on sand cardstock. And then I actually cut out the squares on the white cardstock one and placed it on top. So I kind of like quilted, like paper piece, like got it quilted with the pattern that the patterned panel that I created. I can't wait to try this again with some other colored cardstocks. So fun. Yes, I know. My brain breaks just trying to pick colors for this, let alone figuring out how to design this, right, Michelle? Crazy. Let me show you some amazing cards, like absolutely incredible cards created by the creative team and Kelly. Let me pop over here real quick. The first up is this one by Michelle. Short, so good. She turned it into a present, guys. And look at her colors she chose. I can't get over this. I'm obsessed with this card. Obsessed with it. So, so pretty. Like, it makes me want to try a bunch of colors. Like, it just gets me so inspired and excited. And then we have this one by Kelly, where she also cut her squares. So after she created her pattern panel, she cut her squares, which is easy to do because they're nice and straight lines. You can even use a paper trimmer. And then reposition them on her card front. And I just think this is so pretty. And you guys also might notice that she did combine one of the stencil layers with a stamp and stamp. So you have some added texture, almost like real patterned fabric, right? It's so good. I'm obsessed with these cards, this concept. I want to play with this. These 2 cards, those 2 cards by the creative team, well, Kelly and the creative team, get me so excited. I want to try so many other things. Yes, Michelle noticed the text. So good, right? Oops. I'm knocking things over. All right. Now, the final stencil. The final stencil is kind of the same pattern, basically the same pattern as the Cling of the Month. But we are calling it a little bit different name. This is the Poinsettia Stained Glass Patterned Stencil. Really pretty, 6x6. Mine's a little wonky. Yours will be fine. But again, a really pretty design. Could go elegant, could go more modern, could be used for lots of different occasions. I could even see this for wedding. It almost has like a lacy kind of look. Really pretty. Let's see. Why sample? Oh yeah, I do have one sample. So I use this stencil with the wax, the berry wax that's included in the card kit on that red cardstock, because I just love that red and pink together. Again, very similar to what Kelly did when she stamped the cling in the similar design. I added pearls to the pattern, which I love doing. It just add more interest. Does it work with the background? Well, I mean, it's kind of the same I don't think you're going to get perfect alignment. I'm trying to grab my stamp here and see, because I did stamp it out. Where is it? I think it's back here. No. I don't know how I lose everything. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So here it is stamped out. Let's lay the stencil on top. Let's try it out, right? So and I'm not getting it to line up perfectly. It's a little bit different. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit different. I know that they can't get clings and stencils to really line up well. So though they're similar, they can't really be used together, because I tried to line it up, guys, and it's not lining up. And that is not a surprise to me. This I've suspected, and yep, confirmed. But still very, very pretty. Lots you can do with stencils. Again, stencils have, because with stencils you can incorporate texture mediums. So there's so much you can do with these in addition to ink blending over them. You can try the waxes, the paste. You can even do embossing over this. So you just apply your embossing ink on top, either with a dauber, or sometimes I just take the ink pad and stick it right on top, and then pour your embossing powder over. You can heat emboss with stencils too. Yeah, no problem, Bo. Yeah, I was curious about that too. And I have a couple backgrounds that I created. This one shows you the stencil ink blend, and let me get that out of the way so it's not confusing. Let's get the stamp out of the way. Excuse me. So here's one where I ink blended. I ink blended the panel first. Then I put the stencil on top. Yes, and a low price. And less, like, it's so thin. It's easy to store too. I know, I'm with you, Bo. I'm with you. They're so great. I love stencils. Stencils and clings. Ooh, cough's coming. I apologize. So and then I took the same inks and ink blended over the stencil and then finished with some pearls. All right. I think that is everything. So I showed you I'll go one more time through it. The poinsettia stained glass pattern. Put that aside. We had the other stencils, the quilt, color layering quilt stencils. And again, none of these are subscriptions right now that I'm showing you. The Naughty Animals Messages stamp sets, so good. And the winter foliage. Let me grab those. Stamp set and cover plate. These guys. Love those. And then last, probably my favorite extraordinary extra for this month. I just love that presents tower. I love it. Oh, and this one's actually a great way to end it. This one, I could show you how I modified this. So I actually cut off this present and these, and then I took this present here and just slid it down to change the size of my presents. So that's a fun thing you can do too. You could even kind of do that with this one here too. You kind of do it, I think, with that one as well, kind of cut off that upper part so you have fewer presents. All right, I think that's everything. I'm going to switch back over to my forward-facing camera. All right, so you guys have any questions about that November release? It's awesome there. Let me think about all the things that's going on today, because today's an epic day. The blog hop is going on right now, so you can see a lot of the cards from the creative team. They also have some videos there. Go to the Hero Arts website, click on the blog, and then you'll find, and I'll add it to this description. I meant to do it before this live started, but I'll add it to the description. So you can find it there too. If you're watching this on the replay, go there and check out all the creative teams, as well as some guests, which I did not share today. We also have some guests joining us. Mindy was here earlier. She is one of them. And you can check out their amazing cards that they're sharing today. And what else? And oh, and there's a gift certificate giveaway. So $50 gift certificate. If you leave comments along the blog hop, someone will be picked from one of those comments. So definitely check that out and leave comments if you're going to do the blog hop. And I just want to say, if you are inspired by any of the creative team's projects, they have affiliate links. So if you are inclined to, go and make a purchase because of something that they created, they really appreciate it if you can use their affiliate links. It just doesn't cost you anything, and it means a lot to them. And of course, we love our creative team, and anytime we can kind of get some encouragement and people going there is always awesome. All right, I think that's everything. Oh, and I have a video. I have a video up today, which I showed the card earlier for this one here, so you can check that out. It's up on the Hero Arts YouTube channel, as well as a couple videos that I created yesterday that go over everything. But basically, if you watch today's live, you've seen it. But you can check that out too. All right, we do have a question. Cynthia says, do you know when the monthly kits are going to ship? Right now, I believe. So no, we used to have a bundling period. I think they're going to ship right away. But we are doing, so we used to have a bundling period for the first week that it was released, the kit was released, or all the subscriptions were released, that the monthly release was released. That's probably a better way to say it. You could purchase and then make other purchases outside of like other Hero Arts purchases, like stamp sets or other ink pads or things that didn't come out in the November release. You could repurchase those and they would be bundled up with your subscription. That's not happening anymore, but they are doing free shipping still for that first week. And I think that's right. That's basically besides the new subscriptions being open longer for, well, during the month instead of before the month. So it's not even longer. It's just during the month instead of before the month. That's kind of the main changes, really. So it's just like timing changes, just little timing changes. But I believe they're shipping like now, Cynthia. I believe they're shipping now. And if you order, you get any of these subscriptions, they will ship, like, because they're there, they will ship now. What does free shipping apply to? All the subscriptions are free shipping. So all the subscriptions are free shipping. The card kit of the month, the layering stencil of the month, the cling of the month, the clear sets plus die, the fancy die of the month. All of those are free shipping. That's all included in the subscription. So those are all free shipping. They're just honoring our old bundling system, where if you ordered something in addition to a kit, that would get free shipping too. They're just honoring that for the first week. So that's the only little switch, but it's not really any different for you guys. It won't feel any different for you guys. Yes, US customers. That's correct. Yes. For the kits as well. It's domestic. So yeah. Are there any other questions? And I will get better at answering these questions with time. I apologize. If I don't know the answer, I will find the answer for you. I will find it for you. I will direct message you. All right. And if you're watching this in the replay, feel free to ask questions below in the comments and we will get answers for you too. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today and looking at the November release. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's an awesome, awesome release. I think so fun and playful. Thank you, man. And I can't wait to see what you guys make with it. I'm just like gnawing at the bit to see what you guys are going to create with it, because I think there's too cute and I can't get enough seeing all the creations. Yep. Thank you, everybody. Bye. And I will see you live again soon, I'm sure. Bye, everyone.